How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some eerie videos that have left internet users completely spooked. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content just like this.
The Ghost Panic team from the YouTube channel Room 13 are no strangers to eerie videos. When they took to the woods late one night to search for something creepy to stream to the internet, they knew that they could very well end up running for their lives. The footage from the camera is poor quality and the only light available to pierce through the shadows is a single beam attached to the camera. For much of the video, all that we can see is blurry, shaky footage as the team of explorers move through the dense foliage. However, a few minutes into the video, the cameraman seems to spot something. A few yards away in the underbrush, there appears to be some sort of creature, with what looks like a tall person standing behind it. The creature is all white and has unnaturally long limbs. It crouches on all fours for a moment, watching the humans that have stumbled onto its hunting grounds. After watching for a few seconds, it suddenly leaps forward on all fours and begins running towards the camera. We only catch a quick glimpse of its speed before the cameraman turns and runs away as quickly as possible. According to viewers of the eerie videos posted by this team of explorers, they were in the woods that night hunting a bunian. The orang bunian is a cryptid popular in Malaysian, Bruneian and Indonesian folklore. The bunian is often invisible, except to those with spiritual gifts. Their appearance is often described as similar to that of mythological elves, tall and pale with pointed ears and beautiful faces. They typically live high in the mountains or deep in forests. Generally, the bunian are considered benevolent, even helpful when humans appeal to them. Based on the description of the orang bunian or hidden people, it's unlikely that the creature depicted in this footage is that of that species. This creature wore no clothes and bunian are known to dress in elegant attire. In addition, the creature in this video walked in a way that resembled an ape, rather than a humanoid supernatural being. Whatever unleashed its anger on these explorers was most likely something else entirely. And what about the tall figure standing behind the creature? It almost looks as though they're the master of the creature and they're commanding it to do their bidding. What do you think this footage has captured? Love to get your thoughts in the comments section below. According to legend, the CRYBABY bridge phenomenon has been documented in various locations throughout the United States for decades. The terrifying urban legend states that near various bridges, typically on roads that are far away from main thoroughfares, those brave enough to explore in the dark of night can hear the heartbreaking sound of babies or young children crying. Typically, these bridges are associated with stories involving the tragic deaths of infants and children, and it's believed that the spirits of these poor youths are the source of the gut-wrenching cries. Numerous eerie videos have been shot at the various CRYBABY bridge locations around the United States. This particular footage comes from Burroughs Road in Livonia, Georgia, when a group of friends decided to investigate the CRYBABY bridge legend that has haunted their hometown. According to the legend in Livonia, a woman and her child were killed on the bridge when something spooked their horse. The horse went out of control, sending the mother and child flying over the side of the bridge to their deaths. The cries of the infant can apparently still be heard today when visiting the bridge at night, along with other terrifying phenomena. As the stories dictate, the girls in this video exit their car and shout, "I killed your baby."
Sure, you can do it. I killed your baby!
Immediately after, the doors of their car lock behind them.
Oh my gosh! Oh, you are...
One of the girls claims to hear the sound of a baby as they rush back to their car. However, the most terrifying moment is yet to come. Amidst their screams, one of the girls eventually shines a flashlight in front of them. The light reveals the ghostly form of an angry woman.
Turn on the lights! Turn on the lights! Turn on the lights!
The stories say that the mother is sometimes spotted searching for her child or even looking for revenge. Hopefully these girls made it home without facing the wrath of an angry ghost. This unsettling video was sent to us by the YouTube channel Ordina Hezuba. They claim that they've recently been noticing a lot of strange phenomena around their apartment. They'll often return home to find stuffed toys strewn about the place. Objects of theirs regularly go missing or wind up in unusual places with no explanation. Finally, they started setting up cameras around their home to hopefully get to the bottom of what was going on. They strategically placed them pointing at objects that were notorious for moving on their own. This eerie video is just one piece of evidence that they managed to capture. This short and simple video shows a couch covered in stuffed toys. The room is brightly lit, making it more difficult for viewers to levy accusations about hidden strings or other tricks. As the camera rolls, one toy, a monkey in yellow, which is partially buried between other toys, begins to slowly tilt itself away from the arm of the couch. There's no one in sight and none of the other stuffed animals are disturbed when the stuffed monkey begins to move. The uploader has no explanation for this bizarre footage. Was this the work of a playful poltergeist or something far more sinister? Love to get your thoughts on this mysterious piece of footage in the comments section below. In a video uploaded to the YouTube channel Ryan Coolvids, a man decides to explore a supposedly haunted bridge known as the Ghost Trestle in Adrian, Michigan. The legends about the bridge center on a family living in a farmhouse near the bridge in the early 1800s. Tragically, the home caught fire. The mother and child escaped from their burning home. However, the woman's husband chose to remain behind and attempt to put out the fire and save their family home. He was unsuccessful and quickly burned to death in the fire. In a shocking twist of fate, the woman ran to the nearby train tracks clutching her child to attempt to signal for help. She tripped and fell onto the tracks, where she and her child were killed by an oncoming train. Now all three members of the doomed family allegedly haunt the bridge near their home and the train tracks where they met their grisly ends. The explorers in this video, using amateur ghost hunting equipment, decide to investigate the trestle in an attempt to capture evidence of spiritual activity. Throughout the footage, the explorers are startled by creepy noises and shadows.
What do you hear?
When a mysterious hand touches the cameraman's shoulder, they decide they've had enough.
Touching it. Holy shit.
As they prepare to leave, a car drives by, casting a bit of light on the underside of the trestle. In this faint light, the camera picks up a clear, human-shaped shadow standing below the bridge. Having just left this very spot, the explorers are certain that there was no one else there. So whose shadow did the footage capture? Perhaps the spirit of a man searching for his lost family. True Horror Stories of Texas is known for eerie videos brought to the internet from the southwestern United States. However, this video takes them across the border to Mexico, where an exploration of ancient ruins led to some truly terrifying footage. In the video, we see an explorer walking around the ruins. The area is dim, but not completely dark. In the shadows that lurk in the corners, the camera picks up something unexpected, a dark form hiding among the broken bricks and crumbling walls. The explorers don't seem to notice and continue their tour of the ruins. However, when they turn toward the exit moments later, they're surprised to see someone lurking near the exit. Even in the bright light spilling in from outside, the figure appears entirely black, wearing a long dress and with a face obscured by long black hair. When the men call out to her, she quickly turns to flee. Her movements are quick, but she appears to be lifting off the ground as she turns away. A slow motion recap confirms that she clearly takes flight to escape the men pursuing her. It's unclear exactly who or what the figure was, but many are certain that she's a witch.
¿Qué es eso, güey? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Lo viste? Sí. ¿Lo grabaste?
Before we get to that number one spot and take a look at some terrifying footage of a ventriloquist dummy moving all on its own, remember to hit that subscribe button and tickle the bell icon. That way you'll be in the loop about all our scary videos. Ventriloquist dummies are undeniably creepy. Their faces are often devoid of real expression, the mechanisms that move them trapped behind lifeless glass eyes. The older the doll, the creepier it is. In this video, the head of a ventriloquist dummy named Mr. Fritz that was built in the 1940s at the height of World War II has left numerous internet users even more horrified of dolls. The owner of the collection where the dummy is kept noticed that on several mornings each week, the door to the glass case was found standing open, even though it had been locked the night before. He decided to set up a camera to see if he could figure out why. The footage begins by showing the head of the dummy locked away inside its case. The head rests atop a narrow stand, making it impossible for anyone to have moved the head without being spotted by the camera. As the camera rolls, the locked door to the glass case suddenly swings open. Shortly after, the eyes and mouth of the doll open and close slowly one at a time for several seconds. After seeing the footage, the dummy's owner was terrified. Since the footage went viral, Mr. Fritz has had his case covered with a blanket and secured with chains, to hopefully prevent any further supernatural events.
If you want more scary video clips, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise, there's a scary playlist there you can binge on for hours. Leave us a comment down below or hit that thumbs up button because it lets us know you're enjoying the content. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time. Peace!